Alrighty fam, welcome back to another video. So it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. Apologies, I have been doing the account fixing streams, but I haven't done an account review video in a while, and this person's been asking for a while, for a hot minute, so I thought I'd jump on and do his really quickly. So basically, in short, we are on Zoro's account. So shout out to Zoro. Zoro's a good Discord member. He's also been a great supporter of the channel, always very vocal and stuff as well, which is awesome. So shout out to you, my man, and appreciate your patience and me getting around to it. As always, guys, if you do want an account review or an account fixing video, account review is basically I'll just jump on like this and review your account for a video, and then the account fixing is actually where I jump on your account on stream. You give me free reign of your account, and I go in and quote unquote fix what I think you should fix, and level up who I think you should level up, and invest resources and just clean up your overall account. So if you want either of those, they are in the Discord server, and there's a channel specifically for each of them. I'd love to get to everyone's, but you guys do need to actually jump on and tell me why you deserve a fixing or a review, and also how many resources and stuff you have, especially for fixing. I'd love to get to everyone, like I said, but we are growing, which is fantastic, and we love you for it. But yeah, there's too many for me to do all the time now anyway. So let's jump straight into it. So first off, as always, we do outfit checks, and then we go from left to right, top to bottom, etc, etc. So this account's probably, I'm going to say, it's going to be pretty well built, I would guess. I think we're somewhere around the 6 mil box CC. Close to me. I think I still slightly out CC Zoro, but that's good. So we're going to quickly have a look at everything and then go from there. So quick outfit check on everyone. I like the Liz one. I like Melly's Perg, of course, and these three are pretty solid. Hawk looks good, and then these three look decent as well. So solid 7, 8 out of 10 there. Pretty happy with that. That's nice work. Next things next, we will jump across to here. I'm going to take his login bonus, and I will claim he has 4,300 friendship coins, so he needs to spend those. All the missions are done, which looks good, and it does look like he has, yeah, HP, the HP, the defense, and the attack SSR gear set up for his free stages. So that's really good to start off with. One thing I will call out, I might have hopefully haven't interrupted it too much, but he hasn't done any of his dailies, and they reset in about half an hour from when I was recording this video. So we're cutting it very, very close. I hope I don't take up too much time, and you'll still be able to get them done, but make sure you get them done. Cool. So what do we usually go from there? Next things next, we will have a quick look at the stories. It's been a while since I've done one of these. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I gotta catch up on what we review. Cool, so that's pretty solid. He's cleared all the chapters, so that's awesome. He's done all the chapters here as well. It's a really good start. Hawk Pass, he's been spending his Hawk things, and he's cleared week 1. So Zoro, you're doing pretty well so far, man. Doing pretty well. What about the events? You've done a couple of the events, so you are working through that. That's good. And then let's have a look at the payback. Okay, so you're not spending any gems, doesn't look like so far. So we'll see what that looks like. And then let's have a quick look here. So you have been doing this as well, it looks like. I haven't finished through all this yet. With the limit of 2, it makes it very hard, right? You kind of have to wait for the... Sorry, I'm still sick, so bear with me, fam. But you do have to kind of wait for the dailies and stuff to reset. But again, you haven't done these again today, so your daily work needs a bit of love, but that's okay. Next things next, we will jump into battles. I'm going to set his patrols for him. I'm sure he won't mind. I'll let him pick the reward he wants. But it doesn't look like he hasn't played today, and that's okay. You know, if you don't get to play every day, you can't all. Unfortunately, things like that happen, right? Which is a shame. Oh, and he's used all. He's got no time limit keys. He's got only 5 of these, which is good because they've just built up from not having played, right? And then he's only got a couple of these. So Zoro's probably been the most clean account so far that we've actually had the privilege of you guys letting me look at. So he's paying attention, right? I'm expecting as we go more and more into these account reviews that you guys will get better and better at this, and I'm just going to jump into accounts and be like, nah, everything's perfect. You've clearly watched all my other videos. You're good to go. So Zoro does frequent the stream and stuff when we do account fixing and things as well. So I'm expecting this to be pretty solid. All right, let's have a look through the other battle stuff. Boss battles haven't been done yet either. This is again not ideal, a little bit of concern. He's done all of these and cleared. Yep. Got all his rewards as well. Perfect. Man's flying. This is good. This is good. Oh wait, hold on. Can I just quickly go to the knighthood shop? Available on joining a knighthood. Okay, so it doesn't look like he's currently in a knighthood. Can I just go back to tavern real quick? Yeah, okay, so he's got an application for 4 human, it looks like. Because it looks like he's changed. So he was originally in the Brooding Games one, but I think he's very, very keen on doing some guild wars and stuff and getting everyone together to do that. So that's fair enough. Each their own. Like we do have guilds if you're looking for one. We are trying to build them both up. We've got, I think it's Brooding Games G on global, and then Knights of BDG on Asia, depending on the server you're around. Zoro is on the Asia server as well. Let's have a look. Quick check of the creature nest battles. So it's 6 mil CC. I'd expect him to be able to do these pretty comfortably at this point, because I can do most of them. All right. It is blowing a gale out there. I mean, you guys can see like all my windows and stuff are like losing it. I'm gonna I feel like everything's gonna blow away, but hopefully it doesn't interrupt too much. So it looks like he's almost got another one. What are the relics he does have? He's got barns. He's got both barns. Doesn't have Arthurs yet. He's got Escanors. He's got Gothers. He's got Merlins, Shins, Merlins. Okay, so he's got a few. He's got quite a few. He's got a lot of good ones, right? Like once you kind of start getting past this point, there's personally less that you kind of need, right? Like there's not as many like hard-hitting relics that are like you must get. This one's obviously good if you do use the human team, and I like this Arthur's one for Green Arthur, but it does look like he's got both of those as well, which is clean. So that's also a good relic for Lilia. But again, he's kind of got the big ones, right? He's obviously got he's got Gothers because everyone uses Gother a lot. He's got Shin if he farms with Shin. He's got obviously Brunhild because you need it for Brunhild. He's got Mageldas, which is good, and then he's got a couple of a handful of the easy ones. So that's pretty solid. And here 11 out of 17. So okay, so he's got quite a chunk of relics, which is good. So he's got Kings. Excusez-moi. He's got Margarets. He's got both Tarmiels, both Sariels. Obviously Yorms, and then Liz's, that's a big one, and then these two as well. Okay, so he's doing very well. He's on his way to getting the Rules of Dawn. But yeah, we're flying along. And what about Skadi? Okay, so we've only got one from Skadi so far. So this kind of tells me before we jump into the fun stuff, which is his heroes and his gears and stuff like that, that I presume he's just got Thonars. Yeah. So this tells me that he hasn't been super successful with the dogs yet. I mean, he looks like he's done his weekly clear. Or maybe he's just buying them as he go, but we're going to have a quick look at his dog's team and see how it goes, and I presume, yeah, 0 from 6 here. Alright. Makes sense. Let's have a quick look at his PvP and his brawl. We're just going to work our way down, and then we'll jump into the good stuff, which is why everyone's here, which is all the heroes and stuff, and I can tell you. Oh, he's got Reinhardt. Okay, that's cool. Oh no. That was the biggest bait. That was crazy. I love the little slime, but that was... I feel kind of violated after that. I'm going to be real with you. That was... No, I don't. But that was... that was crazy. Alright, I'm not going to take his rank reward. He's got 10 brawl tickets. Sitting at just under 10k at 737 CC. Let's have a quick look at his team. I don't recommend Liz for an alt rush at the front here. Don't think that's wise. I would have run... Oh, he's got Rimuru. I'd run Rimuru over Liz, just because Liz takes so long to build up. I'm going to have to close my window ever so slightly. Hold up. Well, I'm knocking the camera and stuff. There you go. This is what happens on stream. Cool. All right, so I don't recommend Liz here, or really Sariel. Like, I don't think this is the setup for these two. Like, I would have run... We'll get into his team later, but... Yeah, I'd run Rimuru over or Mael, because Mael's not even in a team, right? Over Liz, but that's okay. This you want her and you. Okay, so the brawl team needs a little bit of love, a little bit of work. What 2-6, okay, that's not too bad. And then I presume your Purgatory melee is pretty decent. 2-6, okay, 64k CC, it's pretty solid. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I love these teams, TBH. You could easily clear really high with the alt rushes. And then you're just kind of causing a little bit of struggle with these teams. But That's me. Like if I was to, okay, we're account reviewing, so if I was going to redesign this, I'd have Alt Rush with Escanor, and then probably even like Trader Melee here, right? 3/6, I'd do Trader Melee there, and then I'd put like, maybe just like Purgatory Barn in the back, right? And then you just have literally, he dies, double AoE, strong ult, insta-dead, right? Second team, you could have Liz, but then you'd want to do Green Merlin in the back. Where is she? It would be... Unless you don't have her, and that would make it life more complicated. And then I take it back. Yeah, this one. You'd have this one in the back, because then you'd push ult faster. And then I don't hate this. I don't hate Purg Melee and King. I think they'd do some decent damage together. And Purg Melee would cleanse all the debuffs anyway, so I don't hate this at all. But yeah, I'd switch this for Green Merlin. And this needs some love. I'd swap this around for like just a team build, like, yeah, whether it's Margaret with Mael and Tamiel. Damn, I mean, yeah, of Liz, like I would build a goddess team in the back here. So I'd probably run a goddess team, I think. Let me filter by races. What's your demons look like? Yeah, I would run a goddess team. So I'd run Mael, then I'd run with probably Liz, and then maybe with Sariel as well, or you could run it with Tamiel. And then that'd be how I'd run that team. So that's probably how I change that setup, and I reckon that'd get you a lot higher. Like our brawl teams, like my brawl team's like just under 900k, so definitely different, but not crazy different. But I'm at like top 1500. So you could definitely improve that, Zorro. That's how I would do it. Like if you guys have Alt Rush, just Alt Rush with a couple of AoEs and you just insta-win. It's just wild how much you win. It's just so unfair. Cool, 1750. I'm not going to pick apart that too much. It doesn't have too many stashed away like I've seen some people. And then 119. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. This is going to get bad the more and more I talk. I think this is a bit of a weird team, if I'm honest. I don't know. That's just me. I don't love... I mean, you're going to ult rush. I mean, I guess you could just double ult rush. That might work. But yeah, I feel like you can get higher with a slightly different team. But hey, if it works, it works. And then, okay, then you do have a goddess team here. Oh, excuse me. This is not bad. Obviously, you preferably want to level 100 this, but 280k CC is pretty solid. With these guys as well, so not too much to talk about there or complain about there. That's not too bad at all. Don't know about the alt rush team. We'll get rid of that. But not too bad. Pretty decent. All right. This is a scary. Okay, 3. That is so much better than some of the other ones we've seen. I've seen some with like 40, and that just hurts my soul. So 3's not bad. Obviously, the more you do of these, the better. But not bad at all. Haven't done any of these, so I have to look at his heroes and stuff, but I'd say there's some free diamonds and free SSR tickets here available for sure. Tower of Trials, I presume you've finished. Yep, cleared all the way through. Perfect. How up to date are you with these? Okay, 7 out of 10. I'd probably be doing this more. Like I keep mine at like a 1, just because you want to maximize how many of these things you get from this. So I'd probably use a few auto clear tickets on that, but that's just me. And no final boss or labyrinth. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's have a quick look at the coin shop. 31 and 414. 414 is a lot for gold coins. So if I was him, I'd probably be spending them. You could get a couple of these, but like, I'd probably just go into the gold coin dungeon, TBH, and get a whole bunch of like enhancements and cosmetics and stuff for my units. That's probably what I would do, because this is fine. Like, I use these, and I'm sure Zorro does too, for all the stamina pots as you go. And you don't really want to be spending these. I would invest these both. Maybe he's just forgotten about them, but anything that's not max level, I'd probably sink into units, just for some overall box CC. Unless he's saving for someone's particular, but like, there's no one here that's worth it. Like, he's got all of these units, which is cool to see, apart from this barn, and this barn is just not it. So not worth it at all. So I'd invest these in some alt levels. So that's not too bad. I think that's all we get there. Let's have a quick look at the draws. So he's done 120. I would say he's pulled Roxy at 120. We'll have a look, but I'd say he's probably pulled Roxy and then just stopped, or he's run out of diamonds. So I'm not sure what his plan is there, but we'll have a quick look. And did he pull... We'll see if he's pulled Magelda. I think he might have. I didn't have a look when we were in the Holy Relics, but all 3 SSR pen tokens and 2 of those. Okay. So we're gonna have a quick look at his items now. This is always like the tell, right? Whether these two have got a whole bunch in them of how well you're maintaining and like clearing out your account, or how much how OCD you are like me. Yep. Okay. It's always the way. no one's as pedantic as I am, I should say. So this is fine. Like, this is a whole bunch of this stuff. I don't know if anyone uses these. I don't even bother. Like, there's just gift 5 times for 500 affection. Like, to me, it's just not worth it. I just sell it, but up to you guys if you want to. Obviously, keep those and use those, but you should definitely be selling your chests. There's no point in keeping those around. 3 Roxy tickets. I'd be using these. I'd be opening these. I mean, there's no point keeping these. Like, you definitely want to open all these all the time if you can, because this just gives you extra card plates for when you want to enhance card sets, right? So, and then this is the R 15% gear, I think. So this is worth putting on your units, or at least opening and getting rid of. And 7 5-star pieces and 3. Yeah, so these two, these guys definitely need to be used. Like, this not so much, but you could fully kit out someone with 5-star gear, right? Which is really going to help your overall box CC and your and that character's CC. And then this is great just to throw on units or get rid of. So a little bit of love here could be done. Like, you could use the SSR tickets. Some people like to hoard them and save them. That's fine. I know I'm very like I said, pedantic, and I like to clear all my stuff out as soon as I get it, just to maximize whatever I can get. But this is not bad. Like, these, there's no point keeping these. These need to be gone. And then I'd recommend using these, but this can be opened and this stuff's okay. It's just this part. The more I talk, the harder this is going to get. This is more the stuff that I would get rid of. Nothing crazy, just normal food and stuff going on here. And then 46 SSR pendants. That's going to be 53. Okie dokie. We don't have any anvils. We've only got 46 of those. So that means he's using the anvils and stuff. That's good. For a lot of those could definitely like be in the anniversary, like in the anniversary King exchange shop. You could actually get rid of some of these and swap them out for some helpful things. So I probably would have done that. Whole bunch of books, whole bunch of potions. That's fine. You've got a lot of these. That's really nice to see. But I hope you've been investing in equipment as well. Same thing with a lot of these and a lot of those. Like, I'd be okay. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the heroes. So 5.9 mil box CC, pretty solid. Closing in very closely on me. I was at 5.9, and then I had some crazy Roxy summons, and a lot of good stuff happened. So I was very fortunate. So I'm at like 6.2 now. So this is still a very, very solid box CC, and I would say the man definitely knows what he's doing. But we're gonna have a quick look and see if there's any recommendations for what I'd invest in next, or how I'd go about certain things, or who I'd level up. So first things first, I want to do. You already have one of those, 118 of those, and 129. So yeah, I'd bring someone straight to 100. That's a high CC Escanor. What's his gear? HP defense? Yeah. That's why he's got such a decent high CC. Okay, cool. Oh, it also has 6/6 for one. Oh, so jealous. So jealous. Mine's 1/6. 1/6. What are our alt levels actually? Sariel max, 5 out of 6, 1/6. We're gonna filter by combat class actually. There we go. Yep, so who I'd expect to be at the top, 6/6, 6/6, 6/6. Okay. So yeah, that math checks out to me. Alright, so Purgmalia at perfect. I'd probably get Deanne to 100. Would probably be the first one I do. I think she's super helpful for so many different parts of content in the game. She's still very good in PvP. You can use her as a taunt unit on any of the bird or the deer if you need to. Just a good unit. Just a good unit. It's dropped off a little bit recently just because of the sheer damage output we now have, right? Like, before you had your Purgatory melee and like the one Escanor especially, Deanne was really helpful just because your biggest hitter was Trader melee, especially in PvE, right? And he hit hard, but like now you have death damage and stuff from Escanor, and it just makes your life a lot easier. You don't have to worry about taunting as much, especially in like the bird and things like that. But great unit still. I like her. What else we got going on? Miguelda, level 90 is fine. You don't need to worry about getting her to 100. I'd get Barn to 100, especially if you use him as a backline unit. I'd also recommend swapping some of these out. Like, some of these need to drop down, and you need to put some of these up, right? Because this is just going to be better for your overall CC for the unit, right? Because URs give you 180 defense, whereas SRs give you 120. So much better. So I'd get up Barn for sure, because he's a great backline unit for more CC. Millum, cool. I don't have a Millum. Very jealous. Some cool cards here. And a good unit. Increasing area crit damage by 20% per skill use. For each shield increases crit chance and crit damage. Yeah, this is a cool unit. It does a lot of crit, can do a lot of damage, so lots of fun there. Interesting choice in investing in that. Freya's low down. What's his gear? Okay. Freya needs some good gear. Let's have a look. What else we got? Cusack. Of course, Cusack needs to be level 100, fully super awakened, full gear, you know, mats, the whole shebang. Not really. He's just my boy. If you guys saw my Cusack showcase, shall we call it? That was rough. That was rough. Oh, you got the other Reamer as well. Is that a Lost Thing? Wow. You obviously bought him when you got the chance. That's cool. I haven't seen that. That's cool to see. Normal. Okay, what I'm curious about is down here. Okay, this will like you could probably get. Wow. Okay, you have a lot of. Like, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 60, 64, 65 units that are still SSR. So that's a lot of box CC that we're missing out on, and I'd probably that's tough. It'd almost be worth doing it just to get the extra CC, right? But it depends on like what his goals of the account is. Like, this is interesting. This is fun. Quite a lot of super awakens, but yeah, some leveling. That's the problem here, right? I'm also interested to see equipment. Triple defense. This Tamil wants to be triple defense as well. Yeah, you want this Tamil triple defense. There's no point having him HP defense. Your other Tamil wants to be... Yeah, okay, so it's been swapped around. Okay. Okay, so that's what's happened. It's been swapped around. Okay, that's fine. That's cool then. That just needs to be swapped back. So that makes sense. Attack crit on King, HP defense. Yep, HP crit damage, attack crit, HP. Okay, cool. So we know how to gear. I get this. I personally don't love it. I get it. I don't love it. And the reason I don't love it is just my own thing, because, like, basically her ult is her max HP, right? And so is this. It deals additional damage equal to 3% of max HP. So, like, this is not bad HP crit damage for her as a damage dealer. I like her with HP defense just because then you can put her on all the other lasers. And then you don't have to worry. You only have to have one set. But I suppose, look, if you've got the defense rolls for the other, and you've invested in the two, then definitely worth switching in and out. Not bad at all. Other than that, the gearing looks solid. I'd go attack crit on Derriere. That's just me. Same thing with Merlin. I'm splitting hairs now. I'm just personal preference. HP defense, HP attack crit, attack. Okay, that's just geared because I think just needed to put... What? Surely there's a reason for this. I don't like this at all, because that gives him a total crit chance of 66%. Like, this man's not designed to crit. So I don't know whether that's been put on him by mistake. Benimaru, attack crit, nice. Is it Benimaru? Something like that? Yeah, Benimaru, yeah. So he's got a lot of collab units that I don't have. Makes me very sad. It's very cool to see collab units. When I first started my account, I was very against collab units. Like, I was like, I just want to collect the main units. I want to collect my Zeldrases, my Meliodases, my Escanors. And then I did all that, and now I regret not being able to collect the collab units. Like, it's one of those things where you can always, like, there's always going to be a festival where you can pull your other 7 Deadly Sins units that you love, but they're not always going to do a rerun of your collab, right? So not saying that you guys should summon on every collab and, you know, not putting words in anyone's mouth or telling them when they should summon or whatever, but that's just what I've experienced and, like, my kind of, not regret, but half regret. Doesn't this love, yeah, this girl relies solely on defense. I wouldn't recommend this. I'd recommend changing this out for defense, because that's like a whole thing, right? Like, especially if you're going to run her with the other collab units. It doesn't really make sense to me. But, you know, each their own. HP defense, attack crit. Yeah, I mean, look, he knows what he's doing in terms of gearing 9 times out of 10. Like I said, I don't love some of these, but I'm not going to... HP crit damage, like, I'd be to me, attack crit damage and HP defense just make much more sense, right? Like, this Ludo doesn't need attack crit. You could swap that with HP defense on Mono, who has a Sever card, right? Like, and I think there's just been, like, the heroes have just had gear put on them just so to increase box CC because they don't use them. So Zoro, let me know in the comments if this is right or wrong. I'd say it's just been thrown on to gear properly. Like I said, it works and it makes sense, but it becomes quite a lot of effort once you've done this to then go through and re-gear every run, right? Like, you guys might have seen it on a stream. I've done it with a stream. I've actually had to go through and pull out a whole bunch of gear and then re-gear properly based on that unit and based on just increasing overall CC. So, like, all these HP crit damages just hurts. It hurts. Like, because I know that, like, for better CC, and then you're going to want to use these potentially later. Like, these are all going to need to be swapped out. Like, attack defense, Like, this just needs to be swapped. Attack crit damage, HP defense, right? So, like, attack defense, you know, HP crit, like, just swap them around. HP defense, attack crit, you're good to go. And you can put your attack crit on your units that you actually would, like, classify as a DPS, right? So I'd put, like, attack crit on Jericho, and then I'd put attack crit on Shin, you know, and attack crit on, oh, I mean, Zeldra's just, this guy just doesn't want gear at all. You don't want gear on him at all, like, because you want him to die as quickly as possible. So that's bad. I hope that's not what your brawl team looks like. You know, HP defense, like this girl, attack crit damage, swap her HP defense for someone that would just have HP defense. Same thing with this. No gear on this girl, right? So, again, I presume you probably pulled that off for brawl. I didn't check, but I just presumed. But you should not have that on at all. And yeah, like all that. So yeah, like the gearing and stuff is fine. Like up here, which I presume is the main point, right? And this is attack crit resistance, I presume. 59 KCC, attack crit resistance. Yeah, perfect. So you've got a dogs team. I'll get to dogs team. So yeah, gearing. Like I said, I appreciate that it's just for box CC and you wanted to probably push 6 mil. But for me, the effort of having to pull all that off and then re-gear it is sometimes a lot. So you probably want to keep that to a minimum if you can, or just make sure you get attack crit, HP defense. Anyway, that's enough. I'll sell that. Have you unlocked everyone's unique? I would presume so / hope so. No, up here. Haven't done for mono. That's okay, there's one. It looks like that's probably just the missing link. Yeah, and then obviously Valenti at level 1. So you're Valenti. Sorry, Valenti. Mono and Valenti, and you're good to go. Affinity. Man doesn't spend too much time on Affinity, that's okay. Not crazy, and then ultimate moves. I don't think there's anything left to spend on anyone's ult. Apart from the 2, yeah, there's one here, and there's another one somewhere around. So, look, overall, not a bad, like, decent account, right? Like, this is pretty solid. Oh, the one thing I do want to check is... how many of these do you have? 0. Okay, that's fine. So he's used all of his... saying my eye now, far out. He's used all of his affinity pieces. That was a 6/6. Oh yeah, this is just the SSR unit. So yeah, so not bad at all. We have a lot of Super Awakening coins and SSR pendants to use, so I'm not sure whether they're being saved for the new collab or not. Fair enough if they are, but I would just be careful that we're leaving a lot of box CC and also just CC for characters at the door by not, you know, turning these to level, at least you are level 60s, right? That's kind of my goal whenever I get a new unit, is to always have everyone at least you are level 60s. Obviously apart from these two, if I can help it. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan, is what I would have, and I'd just be like, okay, look, these are the units I need to invest in, and this is my game plan of units I want to invest in, and go from there. Like, you've got the makings of a really good goddess team. Like, maybe it's worth getting Green Sariel to 100. I don't know. And you've got a few cool collab units and stuff in here as well. So, yeah. All right, now Dog's team really quickly. Looks like you've got a build for a Dog's team. You've got Freya. You need to give him good attack crit here. Have you got him invested into? He's 2-6. It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, you're super close to... Yeah, you've got plenty for those. Let's have a quick look. We've also got... one away to those. Okay, so that's definitely worth... Again, like, this is just my opinion, right, guys? Like, if you guys... And 86 of those. So, like, I'd be using resources to maximize your character. If you don't want to, and you want to save them for a collab unit or a festival unit, that's cool, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's... You can all tell me to bugger off. Like, that's totally okay. But this is just, like, from an outsider's opinion, like, what I think's going on. But anyway, Dog's team. So you've got Freya, you've got Brunhild, you've got the One, and you've got an invested in Thonar. You've also got King. You've also got that Barn with triple defense. You've got Freya, and then you've also got Trader Melly. You could definitely have a good run at Dogs there, I think. This is kind of that, like, I was using the One, Trader Melly, and then sometimes I was swapping out Trader Melly for Brunhild, Freya, and then Thonar. And that was the team that I was being the most successful with. I've also got the other team as well with Green Liz, but it doesn't look like you have... Green Liz is at 90, so not too bad, on its way. But yeah, you got some Super Awakening love you can give, as well as some leveling to give. So that'd probably be my main advice. But otherwise, pretty bloody solid account. So well done, Zoro. I appreciate that you've been listening to my teachings. And that was another account review, guys. So I'm sure I probably missed something about the account. So forgive me, it's been a hot minute since I've done one. Down in the comments, so let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one as always. Cheers.